Okay, this is our playroom, and this is also our bunny enclosure. It's something that I built using furniture that we had. Well, the glass, it's actually plexi cage thing, is from a company I think called Clearly Pets. And I have engineered a few things to, make the escape artists a little more interested in staying in, because this was an exit route for a little while. But I'm going to walk you through all the details of this cool enclosure, and then I will introduce you to the buns. They just came back from grooming, so I just thought it was a really good time to show you everything, because I cleaned it out like I do. They go to grooming once every 3 months. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to step in. I always step over because I'm tall, but there's a door as well. Okay, there's the door that you could use if you choose to. All right. So I'm going to tell you all sorts of things about the buns, because I'm thinking about it. They eat 2/3 of a cup of pellets every day each. I think 1/3 or 2/3, who knows? But I have a little scooper. I have my little container of food right there and the extra bowls. So they each get their little cute amount of pellets. It's not very much. And they drink tons of water. And I've gone through a bunch of different water bowls. That is the perfect water bowl because they can't tip it over. It's super heavy and ceramic. So that's the perfect water bowl. I built this whole enclosure because the bunnies are so big that they needed more space than other bunnies. They're, I think 6-7 pounds each, and they're giant Angoras. So I had this custom made. This is their litter box, and bunnies tend to like to sit and poop while they eat their hay. So this is just like 3 times the size of all the ones I could find on Etsy, and the guy made it for me so that it would accommodate enough hay for these guys for a couple days. Basically it's like 2 days worth of hay, really, but you wedge it in the top, and they sit up here sometimes and they enjoy it. And then I have 2 of these as well, and it helps because I can clean the litter and have a clean one. And I clean it pretty much once a week is my rhythm on the litter. More often, if you do it more often, you have a nicer spot, but that's reality. Okay, so this is the fun, cool thing that I built. So we started out, I gotta back up a little. Started out with an IKEA 2-shelf thing. It just had a shelf here, and these, oh, the kitty's coming to say hi. So this was one part of the IKEA bookshelf thingy. This was part of it, this was part of it, and this was part of it. And so then I started adding on to it. I knew I wanted to have a place where they could look out, because this is a window to the outdoors, and I wanted them to have a view. So I built this, but it needed to be enclosed. So being not particularly handy, I just sort of ordered these pieces of plexi online, and I just kind of MacGyvered little connectors and ways of connecting this to this. Oh, Taco, you have so much to say today. And then I made this little opening spot here. It's held with a rubber band, and so that sometimes they get in here and you need to give them a brushing or something, so you need to get them out. So that is the way you get them out up there. That's kind of fun. So this is as high, this goes up to my belly button. This is pretty tall. And then these were something that I saw for much smaller bunnies. This was like the way on much smaller things, and I just couldn't find anything that was the right size for them. So I built it. I bought the pieces of wood, and I bought the dowels, and I hammered them in, and I'm not particularly carpentry, so I have things like L brackets or holding a lot of things, but they work, and the bunnies don't seem to mind. This is this entire cage that we got I did it because the first year or two we had one of those pens that is mesh, but the poops would go out into the room and and I needed it to be completely enclosed. The base of it is a huge piece of wood. I want to say it's, let's see, 10, I don't know the dimensions of it, I can figure it out, but it's just an enormous, really thick piece of wood underneath this piece of vinyl because I wanted to protect my rug. So then it goes big, heavy piece of wood that's about this thick, and then the vinyl goes over it. It's like a like a kitchen flooring kind of stuff that I then glued to it. So that never comes up. And if they have accidents and pee outside their litter box, it's easy to clean up. But then they like to have rugs be what they're on. That's like their favorite texture. So I find these kind of little like area rugs are the best thing to let them like catch while they're, otherwise they slip while they're jumping around. All right, I think it might be time to reveal the buns. Have I told you everything I want to tell you about this thing? I feel like I have. Oh, this is well-researched litter. It is newspaper, and I have found it to be the only litter that doesn't get stuck in their fur, because their fur, as you will see in a moment, is very, very long, and the last thing you want is for the litter to get stuck in the long hair, but this stuff doesn't get stuck in their hair, and it's perfect for the Angora bunnies. Stepping out. They eat Timothy hay. They eat a fair bit of it. I buy them this size box about once a month. So the box of hay, I think it's about 35 or 40 bucks once a month. And that's mostly what they eat. That is their primary sustenance. The pellets I don't buy very often because I buy a huge bag of them. I keep them all in this thing. The pellets, the huge bag, I buy like once a year. So that's in here. That's this kind of pellets. I also have all the Angora. If you know anyone who wants to knit a sweater, I've been saving it. So you might notice that there's this funny little contraption that I've put together on the edge here. And that's because they were starting to get like a running leap. They would run down this and they would jump out. So we have to put something there that'll make it so they can't see out. They don't see that like freedom is that way. So this now makes it so that they actually stay in here. It's just a fan with a blanket over it and a trash can with a blanket over it that leads over to that little shelfie thing. So that's where I keep all that. And this piece of furniture actually came with that bookshelf. So it's the same material, and it's where I keep the food, the pellets, and any of the, the Angora fiber. Okay, you buns ready? You've been waiting so patiently. I know. Let's see, guys, let's put you in. Okay, I'm coming in with you. Hold on. I feel like we should have a drum roll. They go to the kids, so they're so much smaller when they come back from the groomers. We try to keep up with the brushing. We really should brush them every couple of days, but we really don't. So they need a good grooming at a veterinary practice that sees bunnies. So there's one in Walpole that they go to see. Look at the cuties. I'll get this thing out of your way, guys. So they go once every 3 months for some. And you have, shake. Let me see who's who. So we have Vincent and Veronica. Hold on. I'm going to get myself in a position where I can see both. Vinny and Ronnie, they're siblings. They're a girl and a boy. They're both neutered and spayed. Look at your cute hair. You can't see a darn thing out there, can you? Oh, hi. Did you want to say hi? You look gorgeous, guys. You look so beautiful after you were groomed. Oh, yes, jump on in. Are you the cutest babies in the world? I think you might be. You might be the cutest babies. Yeah. I'm gonna make it so I can see your cute eyes. They're just a baby. Just a baby. They don't love to be snuggled, but boy, are they soft to snuggle when you do. Yeah. Do you want to say hi to the camera? You look so cute. I gotta take some pictures of you when you're all fluffy. All right, so that's Vinny and Ronnie. Vinny's our boy. Ronnie's our girl. Vinny is a bit friendlier. And Ronnie is a bit bigger, but only by a tiny bit. They're very, very similar size. They're really hard to tell apart. We usually say Vinny, let's see if I can just distinguish right here. So Ronnie has a bigger nose and Vinny has a little bit. I think that yes, this is Ronnie. So Ronnie's face is just a little bigger. That's Ronnie the girl. Veronica. Yes, hi baby. This. Do you want to say hi? Hi, Vin. Hi.
Yes, that's Vinny. Hi, I know it's so annoying when people bother you when you just want to have some hay. I'm sorry, baby. Yeah.
Welcome back, guys.
Hope you enjoy your nice, clean space.